Is the end near? End of civilization in 2040, predicted by a 1973 computer model. I'd like to know if they use AI technology to compute this, what the AI will say as a prediction. But what about this 1973 model? This seems to fit right into the scheme of things lately, with extreme heat in some parts of the world and unusual cold in other parts, massive wildfires, oceans dying due to pollution and acidity, and besides that, we're going to have the Fukushima radiated water being dumped into the Pacific Ocean. Now, nuclear poisoning from the many nuclear plant accidents and also from intentional weapons testing, increase in drought globally, sunspots increasing, sun's output level increasing as continues to slowly get larger and larger, having an effect on our Earth, and political divide at near breaking point, bizarre world governments in the US helping conflicts, and much more going on, and this prediction might not be too far off. As you'll read, the computer prediction has been scarcely accurate so far, mentions an important milestone happening in 2020, only 2 years from when this was written. And the decade-old computer model predicted the end of the world in the 2040s, is making new waves as more and more of its predictions about the precursors to the apocalypse are seemingly coming true. The One World program was created by a team of researchers at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, in 1973 to create a model of global sustainability. The Express reported instead it predicted the end of civilization, of civilized life as we know it, by 2040, with an important milestone happening in 2020. If we do nothing about it, the quality of life goes down to zero. Pollution becomes so serious that it will start to end people, and which in turn will cause the population to diminish lower than it was in the 1900s. The Australian Broadcasting Corporation recently quoted the program saying, according to the Express, at this stage, around 2040 to 2050, civilized life as we know it on this planet will cease to exist. Worldmeters.com estimates the world population in 1900 to have been around 1.6 billion people. The site estimates 2018 world population 7.6 billion. By contrast, world population is expected to surpass 9 billion by 2040, according to the UN. The turning point, according to the computer model, which was verified at the time by Australia's largest computer, is the year 2020. Around 2020, the condition of the planet becomes highly critical, ABC said, and after that, a precipitous drop in quality of life is predicted. The Express noted that some of the model's predictions, such as stagnating quality of life and diminishing availability of key natural resources, have already come true. Several other computer models have predicted a collapse of human civilization around the same time period. A food systems shock report developed by Anglia Ruskin University, Global Sustainability Institute in the UK, and released by Lloyd's in 2015 predicted heightening political instability as a result of global food supply shortage in the coming decades. Australia reported at the time, increasing in the intensity and frequency of extreme weather events in the coming decades would put pressure on food and water resources, the report says. This is further exacerbated by the growing issue of water scarcity, which is accelerated at such a pace that 2/3 of the world's population could live under water stress conditions by 2025. Volatile food prices and increasing political instability are likely to magnify the impacts of food production shocks, causing a cascade of economic, social, and political impacts across the globe. Significant negative humanitarian consequences and major financial losses worldwide would follow, the report says, noting that the likelihood of these problems increase after the year 2025. Well, we already see that today, don't we? The World Health Organization published a report in 2016 as well, noting that 2020, 2040 could be the watermark years for the planet demographically. However, the landmarks noted by the WHO are primarily generational populations. 1/5 of the population of the world's richest countries will be of retirement age by 2020, and by 2040 the youngest members of the baby boomer generation will be 85 years old. The share of the richest countries' populations at retirement age is expected to increase dramatically in the coming years as medicine continues to improve, Quartz noted. A surging life expectancy will place an increasingly large burden on social resources as a smaller and smaller percentage of the population is actually engaged in productive work, and those aging populations require increasing amounts of medical and social care. And this is from Sputnik on Embedded Reality. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.